In this video, I'm going to try to break down as best I can how much you can make tutoring English online right now in 2023. Tutoring English online specifically can be a nice little way to earn a bit of extra income at the weekend. And if you're considering tutoring online or tutoring English specifically online, which I'm going to assume you are at least thinking about it, and maybe that's why you've found this video, you're probably going to be wondering, how much can I make? Well, like I said, I'm going to try and break that down as best I can for you right in this video. I'm going to offer you a short answer now and a longer answer in a little bit. So stay tuned for the longer answer if you want to know more of the specifics, more of the details, because the short answer doesn't tell the full story. So the short answer to how much money you can make online is this. Right now, I work for a company called Cambly and I earn $10.20 per hour. I've also worked for other sites such as Preply and SkimmerTalk where you set your own rates, but typically you're going to be earning between $10 and $20 per hour. So I would say a reasonable expectation is to be making $10 per hour. And that is my short answer for how much you can make tutoring English online. Once again, these are sort of base sort of income levels, but on websites like SkimmerTalk and Preply, you can earn much more than that if you develop a good reputation, get good ratings, start to raise your rates. So I think at the minimum, you can at least expect to be earning $10 per hour. Now for the longer answer, because those numbers only tell part of the story. And although they are accurate, you can go on their websites and check that they're accurate. Like I said, Cambly, they have a set salary that they pay you. It's actually 17 cents per minute. It works out to around $10 per hour. Because they only pay you for the amount of minutes you're talking to a student. And the reason why these numbers don't tell the full story, or they kind of don't, they kind of miss out something, and that a few things, and that is that you're not guaranteed work. You're not going to be getting as many hours as you probably would like. You need to remember that your potential earnings are dependent on how many students decide to take lessons with you. So there's a lot of things to bear in mind, especially things like sort of the windows when people are actually looking for online classes. Most of that is just weekend and evening. So maybe you want a few extra hours in the middle of the day and there isn't demand for English class in that time. And also it's a very saturated market. There are a lot of people offering tutoring services online, so you've got to compete with many established tutors who are already on all of these platforms. So I've recently just set up a profile on a new platform, and that is Preply. And I noticed that my profile is in a list of online English tutors who people can scroll through and decide to use, and my list number is 801. Because like I said, even though on this platform you can set your own rate, so I could set my rate to $20 per hour, it doesn't mean anyone's going to choose me. You need to get reviews, you need to get students before you probably can start increasing your rates to those the amount that you would probably like. So considering all those factors, how much do I actually make tutoring English online? So currently I'm tutoring predominantly on two platforms. The first one is Cambly. I've been working on Cambly for a long time. Like, I used to work on Cambly during the pandemic. I was making a lot more money back then, so I know it's potentially I could be earning more now. So back in the day, back in the pandemic, and these numbers aren't really fair to compare because I think there were a lot of people at home looking to spend their time productively. So there are a lot of people maybe looking to learn a new language online. They didn't have any in-person options also, so that's something to bear in mind at that time. Back then, I was easily making like $150 per week on Cambly, and I can go back and see from that time. Now, I've not been working on Cambly for a couple of years. Once my school reopened, I started to go back into working in classrooms. I didn't really have time, so I kind of just ignored it altogether. I wish I hadn't done that. I'd lost all my regular customers. Also, during that time, I didn't really take care of my rating as well as I should have done. On reflection, my rating slipped a little bit because I spent a lot of time on there with new students. But I found myself now unable to get anywhere near that much. There doesn't seem to be as many students online. There seems to be more teachers, perhaps. And I find I can probably make around $30 to $50 per week on Cambly. And I can only find work at the weekends also. So I used to be able to log on midweek in the evenings and I'd probably get a couple of calls. And that really helped top up that balance. Now I find it's pretty much Saturday, Sunday are the only times I'm going to get any calls on Cambly when I log on. So right now I'm probably making $30 to $50 per week, probably closer to $30 at the moment, to be honest, from Cambly. But I do work, like I said, I have profiles on a few different platforms. I can't really talk about one of them too much because I've just started, but I've been working on a platform called Talk, which is a Japanese language learning platform. I've been working there for around just over a month, say, and I seem to be earning a bit more, I'd say, on this website. I reckon I'm earning between $100 and $200 per month on this platform, which isn't too bad. So right now, and I do have a lot of free time right now, so I am making my windows available quite a lot. So in total, at the moment, working on Cambly and Talk, I'm probably only making between $200 and $300 per month tutoring online. And like I said, I do have a lot of windows open. I do make myself available as much as I can. And that is a lot less than what I used to make. I used to make a lot more than that comfortably back in the day. But that is potentially a realistic amount you can expect to make, especially if you're a new tutor. Because like I said, I've been tutoring online. One of the companies I used to work for where I made good money was a Chinese-based company that shut down when the government changed the laws on online teaching platforms. So I've lost that revenue. And then I spent a lot of time away from Cambly, trying to get back into it, but I'm making a lot less. So if you're a new teacher, I'd say you could probably expect to make a similar amount, around $200 and $300 per month. And that's pretty much only working weekends. Just to give this video some kind of conclusion, this way of making money online used to be a lot better than it is currently, but you can still make real money online tutoring English. Like I said, I make between $200 and $300 US per month. I'm sure you can too, because I'm new to most of the platforms that I'm now working on. And having said all that, if you're maybe you're a better teacher than me, maybe you're more qualified than me, maybe you have a friendly and more bubbly personality than me, and maybe you can make those better connections with students and attract returning customers. Maybe you can start to really keep your rating top. You can keep your rating at those 5 stars and attract a lot of students. So the sky really is the limit. You can then also start to raise your rates on most of these platforms as well once you're an established teacher. So this could be something you start as a side hustle, build up, and you could really start to make good money. You could start to increase your rates to an amount that you would really enjoy giving your time for that price. That's what I'm hoping will happen anyway, and I'm sure it does, because I do see some tutors with a ton of students and they seem to be making very good money online when I browse the tutor profiles. So I plan to continue to work hard. I plan to try and improve my profile a bit, try and improve my ratings as much as I can. Maybe I'll consider getting more qualified, adding a few certificates to my profile might help boost my profile. And I'll keep you up to date on this channel also how that goes, so stay tuned. And if you're interested in starting tutoring online, I'll leave links to the websites that I use in the description of this video. So yeah, go down there, check it out, jump in if this is something that you think you would like to do.